Tonight's episode, The Endangered Species.
It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
And welcome everybody to our Daily Gun Show. Come to you live every weeknight at midnight Eastern, and we talk about guns for like about an hour. And looks like tonight we've got Jacob joining us. Good evening. Might be a solo show if nobody else shows up. Just set this thing up so the people that are listening to this in the future, we record these live. Normally I set the things up days ahead of time. People can get ready and know that it's coming, but I did not set it up. You mean like a super chat? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. But the easiest way, if you're talking about grabbing something from the Gear website store for the patch swap, then those are packs over there. Yeah, I purchased it over at the store. It's a lot easier to deal with and technically more money than YouTube. If you drop $30 on YouTube, they're keeping $10 of it. So I'll only see $10 to $20 of a $30 super chat in a month. So it's appreciated, but it's not the same as purchasing stuff at the store. Let's see. So with that, we're going to be talking 2A today. So I'm going to be bringing up the Instagram over here. Bring this up. Boom. All right, so live chat is over here on the left. I'll get rid of me. Live chat's over here. If anybody wants to chat, including Jacob, feel free to keep chatting. And we'll dig into what's happening over on Instagram this last week. We'll zoom in on the page so we can see it a little bit easier. And over on the Instagram, I haven't been using it so much. Thinking about uninstalling Instagram, actually. So if I go to my saved files and click over here, we'll just start here and go backwards until we hit wherever we started hitting last week. So I don't know if you know, but Alan Aker has started sponsorships. They're taking applications for sponsorships till the end of the month, end of November. They're going to be announcing who they'll be working with in December. They're looking to partner up with influencers, event hosts, nonprofits, and others. And they're looking for people to take part. So if you know somebody that's interested in working with U.S.-made graphic and, well, you know, the stuff that Alan Aker makes. Holy boy, it is difficult to stay up till 10 p.m. sometimes. All right, so the next one. Oh, the U of A shooting team was over in Georgia at the, what was it called? The CanCon, the suppressor convention. And this is them shooting an 8.6 blackout. And then they have this picture of it next to the 9mm. It's certainly an interesting looking cartridge. So that's the people from the U of A, Tucson, Arizona shooting team going all the way over to Georgia to participate in that. That's pretty interesting. This is an overhead view of the Titan II intercontinental ballistic missile silo called Complex 51-7. So 571-7. 571 is the squadron of 9 that were here in Tucson. There's another squadron of 9 also in Tucson. And this was Complex 7 out of 9. And it's the last of the Titan II missile museums that's still open to the public. And this says Complex 571-7, now known as yours truly, came off alert 40 years ago on November 11th, 1982. Show appreciation for the Titan II crews that dedicated their time to the protection of our country and to wish all who served a fulfilling Veterans Day. Thank you for your service and sacrifice. So this was from 4 days ago. And this is an overhead view of the Titan complex. It's really cool. So if you look around, there's 18 of these in Tucson. These were 40 acres. No, 10 acres. I forget they are. Something like 10 acres, 11 acres. And they would, wait, is that one? I don't remember. It's got a number of acres. Is it 20 acres? I forget. They would come in and dig a hole 9 stories deep and then build the silo in that hole and then fill it all back in. So at one point, this was a giant hole, and the silo, which is right in the center of this thing, was kind of a 9-story building in a hole. Then they just fill it all back in. Crazy. So this was just an awesome picture, seeing it from it top down like that. It's great. Oh man, I cannot stop yawning. Drink some more coffee here. See Barron's out there. Good evening. So Jacob was asking earlier about the super chats, and I do appreciate super chats. However, most people drop like 10, 20 bucks on a super chat, and like say that would mean 3, 5 to 10, whatever it comes out to. A number of it comes across, and it accumulates over the month, and that's appreciated. It adds onto our YouTube bill, which is a couple $100, so it adds a couple of bucks to the couple $100, which helps pays the bills and stuff. And we say thanks by sending out thank yous on Friday during the show. So that would definitely get you into that. And sometimes what we were doing is saying the thing that you get on Friday was a pack, but I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that. We might keep doing that, but I can't guarantee what I'm doing for the super chat thank yous. But in that case, I wouldn't say it's a 1-to-1 because you're saying thanks, or you're supporting us with a super chat throughout the week. We're saying thanks, but randomly to one person. You know what I mean? So it's not like a 1-to-1. Did I send the other ones out? See, that's the thing. I keep wanting to, but then half the people said do it, and some people said send the ones. I may just send them, but I also just bought a bunch of garbage that I'm going to try to sell on eBay, and I need to go get that. So let me know what you'd like, and I'll send your stuff if you want, but otherwise I'll hold on to it. Okay, so now I'm reading this post from How I Carry. This is one of the channels on YouTube, or what should I say? This is one of the pages on Instagram that I follow. She's a female shooter from somewhere back east. Says, it is the soldier, not the minister, who has given us freedom of religion. It's the soldier, not the reporter, who has given us the freedom of press. You get the idea. Goes through poet, campus organizer, lawyer, politician. So that was pretty cool. I'm going the wrong way, so we're going to look this way. It was Veterans Day, and a lot of people will do sales and stuff, and a lot of people take our flag and throw it on the ground on Veterans Day. Drives me nuts. I usually just stop following the channel when they do that. I used to say stuff. Now I don't even bother. Just stop following it. If somebody's going to throw our flag on the ground and think that's patriotic, they can go do that by themselves. So I think this is a great alternative. It's got the red and the blue in it, right? And then they let you figure out what country you live in. They don't have to shove it down your damn throat. And this is saying all veterans shoot for free. So I guess that's cool. Chris from 740 headed over to Wanamaker and had a ton of great pictures. This is just one of them. So, I mean, I don't know how he took this. I'm guessing he had somebody else take it, or else he went on some kind of remote control shutter. But that's a great picture of the arch. Really cool. Tucson has the Air and Space Museum, but we also have now we have a Tucson Military Vehicle Museum that's being created. And every once in a while, when you drive, so you can see the airplanes in the background. Every once in a while, when you drive past the Air Force Museum or the Airplane Museum, then you can see what they're messing around with over here. This was an M103. This is some tank that the Army gave to the Marines to use. They probably broke them all, and that's why they put it over here. It's pretty cool looking, though. I don't know much about tanks. Whenever I was a kid, they told us that tank operators had a 30-second lifespan once a war was declared, because every single tank was targeted already. And as soon as war was declared, they were going to push a button and every single tank was going to be destroyed. And I was like, well, that sounds stupid. I'm not going to be in a tank. So I never went to the cavalry, armored cavalry. I keep going the wrong way. But I don't know anybody that did. Let's see. Then we've got Sharon over on her main channel doing a cool Veterans Day post with her great uncle and her great grandpa in the Army and then in the Navy. And then she's there with her shotgun. Pretty cool. Then we got Clint giving all the Marines a happy birthday. Marines are always happy about being Marines. Then you've got Machine Gun BB up in Vegas doing a kind of a cheer, I guess, a post about Veterans Day parade returning to downtown Las Vegas. And then she's like, I think that means let's fucking go. But I don't know what LFG means. But the parade was on the 11th. And yeah, I've never been to a parade in Vegas. I bet you it's cool. Close the roads and stuff. Sounds cool. Clover Tech going to Wanamaker. A bunch of people went to Wanamaker. So we did a quiz last week, and a bunch of people got points on the quiz by posting about it. There's Barbecue posting about it. There's Smeggy posting about it. This is from Excalibur Industries, a pretty cool company that's probably Braze. Well, I don't know the Braze, but they do all these different coins and stuff for different things, and I just think it's cool. So you don't get to see all the crests very often, all of them in a list or in a row like that. Pretty cool. Honoring all who serve Veterans Day. See, nothing on the ground, no flags. We all know what country we live in. We don't need a flag all the damn time. Let's see, Simon Says Train. And this was 5 days ago. Tony does the diversity shoots. And in this one, I guess it was on the Marine Corps birthday. So he's posting about the shoot. And then I guess they were shooting some cans. Shooting Gallery in England was out there for that one. That's the gunsmith from Cape Gunworks. Let's see. So this is from the NSSF, and this is a post that was before the elections. I'll see if I can't. How do I get it to just start again? I'll put the volume on, and then I'll go.
If you haven't gotten out there to vote, you need to do it. Get yourself educated. Do the research. Don't rely on those commercials. I've been seeing some commercials that are seriously misleading on some major issues. If you are a hunter, you need to research and vote. If you are someone who owns guns, you need to research and vote. The Second Amendment is not about Hunting, it's about freedom, and the Second Amendment protects it all. Please do your research, get out there and vote. If you haven't gotten out there to vote, you need to do it. Get yourself educated, do the research. Don't rely on those commercials. I've been seeing some commercials that are seriously misleading on some major issues.
I don't know. Thought that was interesting, I guess, because it's a hunter getting people involved, NSSF. And there's a logo for SCI on her shirt there. SCI is here in Tucson. Wait, are they? Safari Club International? I think they are. So this one is another vehicle over at the Tucson military vehicle thing. I don't know why I posted this one. That's a weird looking vehicle. Maybe just so it's weird looking. It's a vehicle mounted mine detection. Oh, there's Mario. I'm going to do the dog stuff here in a minute because I don't think there's that many of these Instagram things. But instead of doing a separate show for the dog, I'm just going to do the dog in this show. Or the dog update, I guess. So we got the Heritage Guild, the Union Hill Gun Club. I think that's where the last one was. Oh no, I guess it was at the Heritage Guild. That's the one in Pennsylvania. And then these are New Jersey locations that he does the shoots. And I don't know, I just thought this was interesting, seeing before the elections that GOA posted an interesting meme, I guess. Kind of a boring meme. Get your address with the email, or email with the address. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure I did. You're talking about this one? Yeah, it says it's a Husky vehicle-mounted mine detection. Features a V-shaped hull. Oh, I guess I just noticed that. It's like a plow underneath. Replaceable in case of a blast. Bulletproof glass windows and a host of equipment, right, for protected mobility and route clearance. It was originally designed in the 70s for the South African Army. Interesting. Were they throwing mines around in Africa? I guess they've been throwing mines around everywhere. Dude, I don't know what your problem is. So let's see. Let's go on to the next one. Like I said, it's just interesting seeing the GOA do an actual meme. And it's just an interesting one talking about the NFA. We have a one-track mind here at the GOA. So I don't know. I don't know who does their social media, but that's certainly an improvement in my opinion. So Robin Sandoval is pretty awesome. She's director of the Girl in a Gun, and this was an event. Let's see, at the HAVA. I guess I don't know where that is, but it was an event coaching veterans and their families. Girl in a Gun instructors showed up and offered the insight as volunteers. Pretty cool. Bringing people, giving people another taste of the gun community, and then keep doing it on Veterans Day. So giving kind of back to the veterans, giving them something to do, and making it facilitating it for them. South Africa is filled with mines, and South Africa made bank on those vehicles. And they probably might be a military-industrial complex, all that shit. They're making bank every time, for sure. Well, not for sure, but they probably try to make bank every time. I think they might have showed this one already, so we might be back already. Is this the 6th? I feel like we've seen this picture before. The 6th is last Sunday, so yeah, we're basically back a week ago. So I didn't put a lot of stuff. I haven't been using Instagram. It's I really liked Instagram when it first came out, and I've used Instagram. If people aren't using Instagram for anything good, then I tend to not like Instagram so much. And what I find is when I go to check out Instagram, I don't know if it's people aren't posting stuff or Instagram doesn't want to show me the stuff people are posting. See what I'm saying? Because I don't know either way. Oh, snap. Chocolate Weapons. Are they back again? Nice. So because I don't see very many posts by people, it starts to show me just stupid crap that it wants to show me, and it's always garbage. I don't want to watch that. So I have no interest in looking at Instagram most of the time. And the people that do post stuff post, but I guess I should say maybe I should just follow more people or something, because the people I follow have not been posting as much. Not very many guns, as you can see. And even less Second Amendment stuff. And now what am I doing? Internet going bad ways and it's showing me stuff. All right, so we'll end there. Or at least we'll end the Instagram part of it. I do have a weird thing to show you. So this is the AI that I use all the time. It's pretty fun. So if somebody wants to type something interesting into the chat, then we'll put it into AI and make the artificial intelligence come up with something. We'll start it off with the largest gun show in the world. All right, I'm typing that into the artificial intelligence and we'll see what it says about that. So now I'm going to start digging into the dog. So the dog is here. He's sitting over here being bad. And we're going to type in found a dog in Tucson. Found a dog, Tucson. There we go. I did drive around again today. Not as much as yesterday, but around the areas that I found him and the areas where he was coming from, looking for signs and on stop signs or signs on telephone poles and in the park. Went to the old folks home guards or whatever, like the gates of the old folks homes again, and asked, and checked the email, checked the phone, and we're now going to go to, oh man, I went to the Humane Society again. They just suck. That's why I don't like the Humane Society. So let's go to their website. So this is a better website. This is where you go from the Pima County if you find a dog. And according to this, most lost dogs are found within a mile of their homes and are 85% more likely to be reunited with their family within 24 hours if kept safe in the area. So that's their nice way of saying, we're not picking your dog up and taking it all the way over to our pound. But that's also saying that 15% of dogs are not likely to be reunited with their family if they aren't done within 24 hours. Because that's saying that 85% happen in the first 24 hours. Well, that means 15% don't happen in that 24 hours. Since we're now way past the 24 hours, I'm guessing we're in that 15% if we're lucky. All right, so don't assume the pet's been abandoned. Well, as I've been playing with him now and manhandling him and poking him and stuff, he's got like sores in his armpits a little bit and some sores in his ears a little bit. So I don't know how long he's been out there, but I think has a little bit of weather, climate, been out and not being taken care of. Plus, I keep going back to when I washed him. He was very dirty. Not like I thought he just got out of a house. I mean, he'd definitely been around doing stuff for several days. It doesn't look like he'd been missing for months, but changed my opinion from he was just running out of somebody's house to if he just ran out of somebody's house, they're jerks because they kept their dog really, really, really dirty. And now I'm finding, like I say, some sores and things. Now, they're not bad sores. They're just like little, I don't know, like little sores you'd get maybe like a little rash or something. They're not bad. They don't seem to be, they seem to be more from exposure, probably, right? I think from weather or from rubbing on something while he's running or getting caught on something. Maybe just had a scratch and it just didn't heal yet. But they don't seem like disease or anything like that. They seem more like physical, like a scratch or something. That's the way to say it. Now, talking to the neighbors, I've asked the guards at the places, but what am I supposed to do? Just yell it out on the street? How are you supposed to talk to your neighbor? I'm just go walk door to door asking people if they got a dog missing. It's not really good. Check to see if it has microchip. We've done that, and the vets did do it for free, and he doesn't have any chips in. So we're going to go to the Pounds website again, and this is, well, I'm not going to mess with it because every time I mess with it, I screw with the sort. This is what we saw this morning, so unfortunately nothing new since this morning. Belgium Malinois ran away. That's sad. And let's see, the next thing is search their website for dogs reported missing. Oh, I just did that. Now we're going to go to the Humane Society again, where I just came from. They're real snooty. They have a real weird way about them. I don't like the Humane Society. And they just haven't posted anything new since Saturday. So one day during the week, we're going to find out if they can't find this guy at home. We'll eventually at least find out when the Humane Society updates that page, which they haven't updated since Saturday. So now with this one, we're going to say lost and found. We're going to say, no thanks, my pet's not missing. And then we're going to say, filter and sorting. There we go. Oh, you know what? I think it's just because, yeah, it's just because the page looked weird to me, but I think it's just because of this. So now I'm going to change that to the zip code we're in. We're looking for lost dogs. We're looking for dogs. We're looking for boy dogs. And find. Updated 1 hour ago, 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. Well, this one's definitely getting more use. 7 hours ago, 9 hours ago. Well, that's weird because this one says reported 2 years ago, updated 9 hours ago. What? That seems fake almost. Reported 4 days ago, updated 7 hours ago. Well, that makes more sense. Reported 6 hours ago and 1 week ago updated. So anyway, I think this is not fake. I think this is real. But no pug, and at least unfortunately we're seeing new ones, but no pug there. That was Paw Boost, so we're going to go to Facebook. Nobody likes Facebook, but we're going to go over there without logging in. And nothing new on Facebook. What do you know? It's been days. Nothing new. Nothing has changed on Facebook since I've been looking. The company Petco has a lost and found, so I'm going to say, it says 1 in 3 pets go missing in their lifetime. It's another way of saying run away. All right, we'll search all pets. So I can't tell what to do here. They do not do these things in any kind of order. So it's just a weird random order of stuff. Karma's a girl, but she was a pug. Or is a pug. There's Taz again. And his friend Tyson. Taz. He's never reacted to the name Taz. Plus he doesn't look like that. But it's the only one. So, I keep yelling Taz at him different times to see if he'll accidentally remember. But he hasn't reacted at all. And this is completely random at this point, but they're all pretty long time ago. So I'm going to close out of this one. And then the last one is Craigslist, which, it is what it is. So we're going to type in lost dog. And relevance, how about newest? Yeah, pretty much the same list. And we only have 5 here in Tucson, so at least on Craigslist. So there's none of the pugs. I've struck out with one people I was kind of approaching to fit it with an old person. That didn't work out. So I'm going to try a couple others. And unfortunately, it looks like, according to everything, if they don't seek out to find their pet in the first little bit, then the odds are going to dwindle significantly. Now, this guy is a boy, and he tries to poop all the time. So, or poop and pee all the time. So, it's possible that maybe somebody got rid of him because they couldn't handle all the pooping and peeing all the time. I don't know. But looks like we'll have to start doing less of these updates. Actually, I'll keep looking. I mean, I'm thinking there's lots of situations where somebody can't get to the internet or can't get out to put up a sign, but certainly wants their little puppy back. So we'll keep trying until it's just pointless, and then cross that bridge when it comes to it. But so if anybody put in here best home defense weapon, okay, that's a good one. Otherwise, the first one I typed in here was the largest gun show in the world. And this is what the artificial intelligence came up with. I think that was all I was going to do for the dog. So we're going to shut the dog sites down. Actually, there's two other things I'm going to do, but I'll do those off air real quick. First, I'm going to make this screen a lot smaller and then check my phone just to make sure up till this moment, if anything new has happened. No. Let me check messages real quick. No. And then the other thing would be the other email, but I checked it earlier this afternoon, so it's probably nothing changed. But just to be 100% current, I'm going to go check that real quick. And nothing. All right. So nothing new. All right, so then going back to the artificial intelligence, you can go to artificial intelligence, at least this one, CRAN, C-R-A-I, get it? Y-O-N. So it's CRAN with an A-I in the middle of it. And this is the largest gun show in the world. Here's another picture. So this is how they envision the largest gun show in the world. Evidently, it's in some kind of a room that's 3 stories tall, like edges that have rooms looking down into it. This one has a very high ceiling, and I don't know what's happening on the floor here, but it looks like it's in an arrow. This one's interesting. It's got gold spikes going up to the ceiling, I guess. All right, so going back to the thing, I gotta go, I'm just gonna open it up here so I can type it. I mean, so I copy and paste it. So I can type it. I mean, so I copy and paste it. All right, looks like I've got it open. Now I will grab that saying and flip this to live. All right, looks like I've got it open. Now I will, and then I can close that. And then we'll go back and we'll type in best home defense weapon. Probably going to be a dog. So this is asking an artificial intelligence brain to draw pictures with best home defense weapon. Depending on what time of day it is and where you're at in the world, it'll take some time for it to do it, but it usually doesn't take more than 2 minutes. It's about 20 seconds at this point. I guess it probably depends on how difficult a thing you ask it to describe. So I asked it to do some stuff earlier, and we can take a look at some of those. First, I told it to show me a puppy running down the road. So we got a puppy running down the road. Things tend to look creepy when a computer does it because it doesn't care about details. And then I said, hey, why don't you have that puppy fight a giant robot dinosaur? So it did. There's the robot dinosaur. There's the puppy fighting the giant robot dinosaur. Eventually, though, they fight and they make friends. There's this puppy in a van. Puppy driving a van. Puppy driving a van around. Puppy hanging out in his van. Puppy eating bacon. Up eating some bacon. Eating some bacon. Up eating some more bacon. Whoa, you get the idea. So best home defense weapon. These are actually pretty cool. So this one here is a Glock. It's a 9mm. It's got a safety thing at the end. You can hang your cords on there. It's got very high sights because people look down at this gun. It's got 3 different chambers, so you can put in 9mm here or over here or over here. Like, it really doesn't matter. Trigger is very flat, very close to the back, because 9mm people don't have long enough fingers. And there's at least 2 different kinds of stippling and a crazy extra grip rift. So, that's how it makes it the best home defense weapon. Now this one's a little different. They basically use the everything good about an AR front rail and everything that's good about a Glock, and now they're together where they should be in the same gun. Now you got your, I wish I had a SIG, but I have to buy Glock. So I'm going to insist on a weird triangle area over here, and maybe something ran it over. I guess something might have run it over, or they left it on a stove. So then you got this one, which would be a Caltech MP40 in 40-watt range. We've got this one, which is obviously a Sky. They were like, an aggressive trigger guard is all you need. So very high sight, some kind of worm laying there. Nice engravings all over the place, so it's super good. Some serrations in the back. And of course, a giant magazine toe sticking out the bottom. What do we got next? This one is the Glock curvature. So everybody was kind of claiming so much about the grip angle. They were like, we're going to put even more finger grooves in it and completely melt it. So it's effectively a Glock 42 with all the melting, but they took all the material they removed by melting it and put it into finger grooves. Very stylish with the 9mm shooters right now. This is your your AK-14, which is one less as violent as an AR-15, but every bit as violent as an AK-47. It has a loudener. If you look, there's 3 different schools over here, and there's a hole going through most of the first 2 schools and a good chunk of the 3rd school. This is a little black box from an aircraft, and it's probably recording the events here. It's got Picatinny rails from the beginning all the way to the end, which aids in both energy and stopping power. And if you'll notice, there's a conical pistol brace on it. Conical pistol braces, you really shouldn't even be allowed to own those. And then, of course, ergonomic wooden grip and handguard. It has a weird trigger guard in that it doesn't have a front of the trigger guard, but it has an extra back of the trigger guard, which makes it kind of more safe, mainly because the trigger curves around the other way. But it has to do with recoil. You wouldn't understand if you're not a gunsmith. Now we have a selection of AR-15s. We have the small carbine version, which now uses a 1/4-inch screw to go into the back of the front, and then a Kirby magazine, because this one's in 7.62 by 25. And then this one is your H&K AR-15 with an extension to the receiver extension. So there's like a 4-inch stilt, I guess, or like extension to the receiver extension. There's like a 4-inch extension, and then you put your receiver extension on. Very classy. A lot of people have to have their arms mechanically stretched for hours in order to even get to grab this one. But it has a Tango down grip on it, so it's good. It's the best one on the list. Flip down Magpul rear sights, solid front sight, massive suppressor. Yeah, looks like money. This top one is 308, obviously like the second one. It's got even larger suppressor and Picatinny's and a silencer co-suppressor. So, it's pretty bulky. And then lastly, of course, the YZ 47 and the AK-7, which is 7mm, not AK-47. Look at that high front sight, meaning it can shoot over buildings, zebra pattern rail up front, and a zebra pattern barrel. You don't even need a trigger. This one shoots by thinking about it. It just listens to your mind and shoots, but there is a charging handle. It can shoot by itself, but it can't charge by itself. This one is the Y12 Featherlight Duster, and it's got an aim point from 1970 on it. It shoots 22 long, or magnums, and for those 9mm shooters, it has the thinnest of grip angles of any 22 Featherlight. The interesting part about this one is the trigger's horizontal, so it's not exactly the same manual of operations as a regular gun, and the charging handle is at the back. Very delicate barrel. Some people say the barrels are made out of tinfoil. Some people say it's made out of that metal that is around a piece of chewing gum. Either way, 9mm shooters think it's rugged. All right, that's your best home defense weapon. Well done, artificial intelligence. Well done. I'm saving some of these pictures. I don't care what anybody says. So download that one. Boom. Download this one. Here you go. Here's how this works. Cray AI on, right? Crayon with AI in the middle, is made by robots. It is just a giant robot. They say as long as you don't make $1 million a year, you can use their pictures for your content as long as you say it's made by the Cray AI on of the back AI. So as long as you tell everybody that you're horking these pictures off of the AI is like, yeah, go ahead and use them. So here I am telling the AI that I'm horking their pictures off of them, and the AI, I guess, is comfortable with that. So if you've ever seen a robot AI get horked right in front of you, I'm horking it off right now. I just horked off 9 photos off of it. All right, so Emerald. Okay, let me type that in here. I'd like to see Emerald submachine gun. I'm probably going to get my account nabbed because I'm using guns. At first, they didn't want you to use people, but I think now you can use people. Like they didn't want you making some kind of weirdness with, let's say, Nancy Pelosi or somebody in it. I'm not going to do any ones that are people because I don't want the thing kicking me off, because you're not supposed to do things that are up other people. But I think you can say like Winnie the Pooh winning World War II or something, and it'll do that. But I don't think you're supposed to use this stuff. I don't know. I know all the terms of service. I just can't remember them right now. I know them all off the top of my head, just not right now. So right now it is thinking. It takes the robot AI, artificial intelligence, about 2 minutes sometimes to come up with these pictures. So Roy was asking Emerald machine gun. I wonder if it'll be a bunch of jewels or if it'll just be the color or if it'll be something else. Chicago Mike's out there. Good evening. Oh, snap. It actually looks pretty cool. And whoever Nimbu is, whatever. So here we go. Boom. We got the lime extension. That's nice. I like it. I guess we'll take it. Why don't they always jam it over into the edges? They're like, this is the snobs version of AI where they're going to cut all the sides off of it. This one has like 2 magazines. This is even more deadly than a regular assault rifle. Another one with 2 magazines. This is why people are scared of AI, because it can come up with more magazines, and they're extendos. Oh yeah, this one's deadly. These are all 9mm, so there's nothing to worry about. Oh snap, look at this guy. I don't know what it's trying to think. I guess it thinks a submachine gun has to have at least 2 or 3 appendages, some sort of dual barrel situation. It's got to have rails. This one is like, oh, here it is. Oh, wait, you said Emerald? Here it is again. So I don't know what happened here. It's kind of cool looking, though. Then this is my favorite, I think. I really did a good job on this one. And then this one is kind of neat too. So, boom. All right. So anybody else got anything else to ask the AI over here? We'll ask it stuff. That's a great color. Yeah, seriously, isn't it? That'd be kind of neat. Um, I mean, like this, it's not a gun, but it kind of is. It's weird. It's creepy, really. So I guess the way this artificial intelligence works is it just looks at every picture it knows, which is a lot of pictures, and then I guess it just squishes them. Just smushes them together. And if anybody ever says anything else here, let's just put this weird ass shit in here. Did somebody delete this guy? Commie pukes trying to enslave us. Let's put that in there. We'll give it a couple of minutes now to come up with what the robot AI is going to think of commie pukes trying to enslave us is going to be interpreted as. Now, if you don't like the 9 that it gives you, I think you can just hit the button again and it'll do it again. And you can just keep doing that. And I know that some of them you can dig into one picture that you like and then poke on it and it'll keep making versions of it, like using elements that it thinks you like. But I don't remember if this particular one does that. A lot of the AIs out there that you can use like this either want you to pay for it, which is kind of expensive, or you can't use it for anything. Like you can look at it, but you can't download it and do anything with it. So Cray AI on, which is where this one is, CRAIYON. So it's like crayon with an I in the middle because of intelligence. Boom. Commie pukes trying to enslave us. Nice. Well, first off, this one is amazing. It's a robot with a mask on trying to teach you, I don't know, something about boobs or something. This one, just a bunch of weird out of focus squares. That definitely seems like communism. I'm just keeping these. This definitely seems like communism. This, some reason that seems like communism also. I don't know why the purple and green are trying to enslave us, but I feel enslaved. This one is amazing. I don't know what this is, but I think a communist accordion with a juke. I don't know what it is. It's not a school bus. It's like a kind of looks like one of them radiation detectors mixed with an accordion. This, I don't approve of this one. I don't know what this is. This makes no sense. Communists don't have keyboards, so that doesn't make any sense. This one, holy moly, what is this supposed to be? I'm assuming it's some lady getting pushed around by these communists while it's raining. And then this thing, I mean, this kind of is obvious, but let's go ahead and grab it anyway. But if I've ever seen a communist alien that's responsible for all the stuff in Russia, I mean, couldn't find a better picture of it. This one, I don't know what happened here, but Charlie Brown shouldn't have ate that marshmallow. So I'm going to put that there and close that. So screenshot, let's see. I'm going to just click it again and we'll see what happens. I expected more red and yellow. So like evolution. What if you typed California compliant? I don't know. Let's try. I guess I don't know. I think it thinks of all the times that it's seen the word commie and the words puke and commie pukes and then something trying, right? It must know what trying means, I guess. Can't imagine the pictures for trying. And then enslave us, that makes sense. And us, I don't know if that makes sense or not to the robot, but I think it just takes all these things and does some kind of logarithm after logarithm or some kind of computer magic after mathematic magic to just keep applying some set of rules until it likes something. And then I guess it's told to build the thing it likes. It got really weird again. It got really weird. It got really weird. I mean, what is this? First off, this is inappropriate, so I don't like it. I'm going to download it, but I don't like it. And then, what the hell? But it definitely seems like a commie puke trying to enslave me. For sure. For damn sure. This one, I don't know why there's so much green in these communist things, but I'm keeping it. That's creepy as hell. This looks like a European comic, so I'm keeping it. Some kind of a blue squid that is in a bodysuit just doing something to a gun, and there's a bunch of words on it. I think this one wins. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but look at that guy's fingers. Whenever you think of something going wrong with your server or like some kind of a issue on the internet, think of this guy, this AI guy going in there with his finger to fix it. I know where to stick my finger to fix this one. And then what is this? That is so creepy. That's one of the creepiest things I've seen. Not the creepiest for sure. And what is this? Commie pukes trying to enslave us. So thanks to Cray AI on this definitely seems like something creepy. And then this. Why would he even show us this? Did we just get programmed by watching this? All right, let's type in California compliant. Hey, we are over here shoving words, well, sayings and things into this AI, which will render images from from text, whatever you type in here. So California compliant. Is that enough? I guess I haven't ever tried one word before. It's kind of like abstract art, but if you look at it from a little ways away, it just seems like art. Like this guy kind of looks like a toy, doesn't it? Well, you're saying red and yellow with the communist. Yeah, exactly. I would have too. Or at least more red. There was a bunch of green. He must just like green. I haven't really been watching how long these take. It's called Crayon with an I in the middle. So CRAIYON. Boom. Oh, snap. It went right to guns. California compliant. Oh, snap. How's this for a robot messing with you? It's showing you a weird Glock. Oh, that's got to be frustrating. I'm going to download it, but I understand that it's frustrating. This is super weird, but I like it. This is, I guess, what happens if you try to make like a 223 pistol or something. I mean, that's crazy weird. This makes no sense, so I'm keeping it. And this, I don't like the grip angle of it. I don't think I need to keep that one. This, what did we ask it to say? California compliant. That's so weird. Keeping it. And then this thing with the elephant doing weird things with its green eyes. I don't need to keep that. And then lastly, whatever this is certainly violent and creepy. I'm keeping it. I feel like this is the robots trying to make us, oh, I know. I'm going to see here, like, who started the robot war? Go ahead and draw that, stupid robot. Maybe puke is why it was green. Comet or cartoon vomit is always green. Oh, yeah, because I typed in there puke. No, you're totally right. No, it's exactly right. Actually came out pretty good. So if you ever want a robot AI to give you a really cool color, tell it to draw some commie puke. It was literally trying to draw puke on everything. That's kind of vulgar now. Now I think this AI is vulgar. If it's truly intelligent, it could have said, I'm not going to draw such vulgar things. And then we could have said, oh no, I meant puke like a bunch of jerks. All right, so who started the robot war? We're already up to 53. So it's obviously trying to, oh, snap. It's obviously trying to come up with stuff that doesn't incriminate itself. I don't know what the hell, if I like this or not, but these are amazing. So there's like a weird C3PO wailing on some kind of tank, maybe. This is some kind of I don't know, one-armed spacesuit looking robot that is attached to its hovercraft shooting at some other kind of robot that's just minding its fucking business. That robot didn't do shit to nobody. This is super creepy. This is two robots either playing tag or, doing stuff that robots don't need to be doing in public. That's for sure. And what is this? Some kind of robot getting wailed on by a tank. Nice. It's freaking neat ones. I really like this one. This is a robot who's either about to throw a grenade or he just threw a grenade or he's about to catch a grenade. I don't know, but that's a grenade and he's about to get one in the face. And then we've got this crazy thing, which is super cool. So I don't think it like finds this robot and puts it in weird. It just looks at a whole bunch of robots and goes, these are the elements of a robot. Let's use them. And then this last one, that is the coolest looking robot ever. So when they say things like, oh, well, it's not going to be the same in the future. That's why, because you're going to be able to say, make my robot seem more like a cyborg. I'm going to just type in who started the robot war again. I think those are some of my favorites. I'm going to start a channel where all I do is type in weird robot stuff into the AIs and then look at what they tell me. You know what I'm going to put in next? Who ended the robot war? I think that last one took like 50 seconds, so we got like 30 seconds to go. I think I forgot to eat today. I think I ate earlier today. But now my mind's wandering to food, so probably didn't eat much today. I don't know what everybody's eating out there right now. If you're eating something, tell us what you're eating. Otherwise, we're going to wait for this robot to finish telling us who started the robot war. Wow, 56 seconds. This is a long one. Oh, snap. I mean, I don't like these as much as the other one, but I definitely like this one. I mean, I guess I have to like this one for obvious reasons. But I don't know if I like this one. This one seems kind of just weird to me. I don't like it. I don't know what that stick is. This one, I like it. This one, that looks like that dude is about to start a robot war, so I think it is. It's crazy good. This one, that guy looks like he's farting around. Shouldn't be doing whatever he's doing. He's probably not programmed correctly. It almost seems like his chest and his head are programmed differently, and the chest is concerned, and the robot head is saying, look at me pull a stunt. There's some little baby robot over here messing with this big tall robot. Seems like the kind of shit that would start a robot war. Well played. Let's look at this. So it's some kind of robot doing a arm wrestling with some other kind of robot in the middle of a bunch of sparks, which isn't a good time to play in games. So I don't know if that one's kind of reckless. All right, well, nobody's saying anything else. I think we'll put in here one more, which would be that'll be a good one. I'm going to say who ended. All right, last one. Who ended the robot war? Then, try and take this little dog, make him go potty outside for a change. And hopefully we'll find some pictures up tomorrow. I have to go do some stuff. So we'll be able to look around for some more pictures on signs or whatever. So if you were to ask Crayon the Crayon AI, Craiyon, which is, I guess, formerly a different robot, but now it's its own robot and it's owned by itself instead of being owned by somebody else. Maybe that's why it takes a minute. 46 seconds. I think the last one was right after 50 seconds. Or I mean, right after a minute, 59 seconds. Oh, snap. Oh, are you kidding me? These are way cooler. Oh, snap. Look at this guy doing something to somebody. Holy crap. This guy's like, look, I found a piece of a robot. And this robot's like, look, I found a dead human. In a minute. This one is freaking amazing. I don't know what this is, but it's amazing. Look at this. How creepy is that? That's fucking awesome. So we're keeping that. This, come on. He's got a gun and he's got his hands up. So there's a whole story going on there. And you know who won. This one is freaking crazy. This is super good. An explosion on it. Oh, man. And look at this. Who ended the robot war? Some robot with a sword and half his guts missing. I think we're keeping that one too. It also kind of looks like a phallic. Which Crayon am I using? I'm using just crayon.com. The main one, I guess. This is so creepy. Big, giant, tall robot about to grab some dude from behind. And this must be a robot who jammed its finger into its own eye and then it disconnected from its elbow so that it could walk around with its forearm in its eye. And then some kind of a book worker robot. All right, so I think that's the end of that one. All right, well, thanks everybody for showing up. We talked about 2A a little bit, looked at the Instagrams for a bit, and then looked at some robots for a bit. Some artificial robot intelligences. So I don't know if that answered the question, but it's just the main one, crayon.com. I guess they've had a few versions. I didn't know. Oh, okay. Generator 1 and Generator AI Beta. Oh, okay. I don't know. I just went to the main one, I think. I don't know. Why does the, let's see, why are the faces so weird? It's a limitation of our current image encoder. We are working on developing a better one. I've actually seen a thing where you can take the images that come up weird in a AI and jam them into a different AI, and it'll start tweaking the faces and make them better and better. See, I don't know. I'm going to click on the main page here. I guess I am on the main page. There's the link. All right. Well, so with that one, we'll wrap this thing up. Thanks everybody for joining us, and stay tuned tomorrow for Barbecue Does a Show in the middle of the day. Cape Gunworks is live during the day on Wednesdays, and Chris will be doing his show from talking about Wanamaker. Chris from the 740. Let's see what else. Roll call. I think he's doing a show tomorrow. We'll find out. And then we're doing some kind of tactical quiz. Maybe it'll be a puppy. Oh, the phone app is different. I don't even know that you could do it on the phone. I guess it doesn't matter. Things doing all the work. I just noticed this one has a creepy robot sitting next to it. All right. Well, again, thanks everybody for showing up, and I'll quit saying thanks for showing up.